snag on a fish. So I have made it back to one of my favorite ponds of all time, and it is only March 11th right now, and check this out. Look at that. It is all open water, and that's crazy because honestly when I went out checking ponds today, I really wasn't expecting to find open water. Honestly, I was just really expecting to go ice fishing today, but I came across here and I'm just walking, and then I see the open water, and then I'm just like, oop, turn right around, and I ran back to my truck. I got all my open water gear ready, and I drove back here. I just could not believe that this entire pond is open. I honestly thought a little bit would be open. Like right in front of me I figured would be open, but no, the entire pond is open. And last year at this very pond around the same time, I caught a 5.5 pounder, and that was actually my first open water fish of 2019. If you guys haven't seen that video, check it out. It's a really cool video. Literally my first bass, my first open water fish of 2019 was a 5.5 pounder. That was such an awesome day. And that day actually there's still icebergs floating out on the water, and when I caught that bass, and by the time I released it, the wind had already pushed the iceberg onto shore. So where I caught that bass, I could no longer fish. It's just a really cool day. So I actually drove past like 4 other spots, and they were still all frozen, except for this one. I mean, other than in that back corner there, that's still frozen. But man, this is awesome. Let's stop talking. I've talked for way too long. So it is a little bit windy today, so I do apologize in advance for the wind noise. So I'm kind of checking out which lures I could throw on my shaky head before I get out on my kayak. I'm really thinking a paddle tail swim bait's going to be the ticket today. I mean, the water here still has to be, 41, 42 degrees at the most. Like, as you guys can tell right there, there's still floating icebergs here, so the water here is not very warm. Oh, here we go. Little mini swim baits. You know what? I think I'm going to start out with this 5-inch swimming caffeine shad. So I already said it before, my first bait I have tied on is just the shaky head. I'm going to be using these straight King Soft plastics on them. Then the second lure I have tied on is actually a new combo I bought over the winter. It's a loose speed spool and a St. Croix Bass X rod. Just a medium power. I got it for my treble hook baits, and I'm going to be throwing an inline spinner. I've had good luck on the inline spinner here. Now the reason I'm throwing an inline spinner instead of like a spinner bait is because the inline spinner is just kind of like a more finesse approach to a spinner bait. A spinner bait's kind of like a bigger profile, so brought that today in the shaky head. I think I'm going to start with a moving bait, only because that's how I love to fish. I'm actually such a power fisherman. Actually, when I got here, I did scare a fish off the bank. It was sitting in about 2-3 inches of water, soaking up that sun. I think I have a fish, guys. I do have a fish. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. That guy pulled some drag too. I thought it was a big one. Oh man, that is sweet. It's actually not a bad one. It's not. Oh no. Oh yeah. First open water fish of 2020. Now, this is nowhere near a 5.5 pound largemouth bass, but man, I'm not gonna lie, on that medium powered rod, that little fish fought pretty hard. That's awesome though. Sweet. Man, it feels so good to get off my kayak. So I've been fishing now for about 2 hours using the inline spinner, and I only have that one pickerel to show for it so far, but honestly that's okay, just because I'm happy to be fishing open water. I know it doesn't look like there's a lot of open water right now, but it opens up out there, and I'm just happy. I'm just happy to be out, like on my kayak fishing open water. This is awesome. But right now I just beached my kayak on this island. There's water all around us. Alright, time to do what I came here for. Enough messing around. So I got all the water emptied in my kayak right here, but as you guys can tell, there's not really any room for me to go to the second half of the pond here. There's kind of like an ice block right there, but the thing is I am gonna go try to bust through that and get to the other side, because the other side is a lot more deeper and less weedy than this side. Alright, so I'm coming up on the ice block, and I think I see a way through, right at the tip there. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, back up. I thought I could just bust through that, but it's too thick. Alright, nice. I split it. Alright. Alright, so now since I got to the second half of this pond, it's a little bit deeper here. So what I'm going to try to do is just fish as slowly as possible with this Vibrax. I just want it so the blade is slowly turning. Ah, snag. On a fish. Huge fish. Huge fish, guys. Huge fish. On the inline spinner. Huge fish. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Huge fish on the inline spinner. I thought I was snagged. He is fighting like crazy. Fighting like crazy. Come on. Come here, girl. Oh my God, what? Guys, is this a 6? This one's fighting so hard. This might be a 6. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. On the inline spinner, guys. That's what I'm talking about. This pond was just covered in ice and it just popped out just like that. Wow, 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 wow. Did I say wow? Wow. Ooh, man. A little bit ugly right there. But man, this is every bit of 4.5 pounds. Just under 5, I want to say. Let's give this girl a drink. Man, when I hooked into this fish, I think I even said it on GoPro. I was like, man, I'm snagged. Wow, guys. Wow. That's all I have to say. Let's release her. To be honest with you, I'm gonna say 5'1", 5'2", at the absolute biggest. There she goes. But man, to catch that big of a fish right after I said they're gonna be shallow on wood, like I was guessing they might be shallow on wood, that's exactly where that bass was. I'll show you guys. See that log right there? I casted in between that log and that stick coming up out of the water, and sure enough, that is exactly where that bass hit. Feels so good to get off of that uncomfortable kayak. Oh, what is this? A whopper plopper? What? Are you kidding me? Out of all the places to pull up and empty out my kayak, I empty it out right on top of a whopper plopper. I'm not gonna lie, today has been a great day. Caught that 4-something pound bass, found a free whopper plopper, and it's in loon color too. Loon is a very good color. Alright, this could either be really dumb or really smart. I don't know yet. I'm about 10 feet off the ground over the water. Wow. That's all I can say, honestly. Today has been an awesome day. Weather-wise, it could have been better. It could have been a little bit more sunnier. It could have been less windy. But fish-wise, I couldn't have asked for anything more. Honestly, when I went out this morning just searching for open water, I didn't think I was gonna find it. And then I came here, and like I said before, I was walking, and as soon as I was able to see the water and it was open, I turned around and ran right back to my truck, drove as fast as I could home, grabbed all my open water fishing gear, because you know I already had that ready. Came out here on my kayak, and man, even catching that one pickerel in the beginning honestly was good enough for me. Just being out on my kayak, fishing open water, using a bait caster again. It was just a great day. Plus it's 47 degrees out, I believe the Weather Channel said today. This smile isn't gonna leave my face probably until I get to work tonight, but man, that's awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Peace.